So now I'd like to welcome Russell. Now, Russell is also a director of the Northwest Physiotherapy Group in Melbourne. Russell has completed his RM certification in 2012 as well, and will be presenting on moving forward with RM. So please welcome Russell.
Thank you, Daniel. Now, I've been a private practitioner for over 25 years, and I've worked at an AFL club, the Western Bulldogs, for 9 years, and been a partner with Graham for the last 10, 11 years now. And so just a bit of background as to where I came from and how I became involved in the RM process. Graham and I noticed an article in In Motion, and it was about this physio in Queensland, Michael Ridgway, who'd won an award. And we were kind of intrigued by this, about what he'd done and how he'd performed so well. And he was performing above the average physio, and we put that away. And then when Michael came down to Melbourne to give a talk, we decided to go and listen to him. And it was a very interesting talk, because he talked about some of the great results he was getting both clinically and with his business. And we thought, as you do, we thought that'd be great, but we did nothing about it. And we moved on a little bit further, and Graham and I had a chance to reevaluate where we were going with our practice, where we were going clinically. And we thought, look, this sounds like a worthwhile thing to do. So we jumped in and we did the RM paradigm in 2011. And it was 3 days of very stimulating and very intensive work. It was at Kusel's practice in Melton, and we worked very hard, and I thought that was one of the most ground-shaking kind of experiences I've had. It was very intense, and we walked away with a great deal of new vigour and new enthusiasm for physiotherapy, and we stuck with Michael and we did the RM course in 2012. So if I can give you a good outcome today, it would be, what's the journey that I've been on as a clinician and as a business owner, and what are the barriers, the resistance, what are the things I've had to challenge and deal with, and what are the benefits that I've got from being involved with RM. Now, why did we take to RM? Well, being a private practitioner can be sometimes frustrating. We equate success with symptom relief. People go back to work, but they often come back a few months later with the same problem. So we had to deal with recurrence of injuries and people just not being educated to self-manage. And we're not really making that a high enough priority for us to teach people to do that. We'd have a drop-off of clients, as we all do, and maybe more, maybe less, but people wouldn't follow through, and again, it was our communication that was lacking. So we thought we had to improve that as well. We had a non-attendance rate of 12%. People who just wouldn't turn up, which was enormously frustrating. And for compensables, it was even higher. There was a lack of accountability. We'd been working for a number of years, and we were getting the results that we thought that we deserved and we worked hard for. So we had an unclear pathway. When complicated clients would come in, it would be difficult to manage them, difficult to communicate and get the right outcomes that we wanted. And our consultation fees were less than we thought we deserved and less than thought that we needed to do. So we generally wanted to shift and move forward, and there was a very strong motivation to look at what Michael and the Ridgway Method could offer for us. So we've been involved now with Ridgway for 2 years, and we still deal with Michael. We have mentoring with him. He's been a terrific guidance for us and basically changed the way that we've gone about both our clinical work and the way we run our business. So we've had, in my view, a tremendous mindset change. I value myself and my skills far more than I did before. We've increased our consultation fees 100% in 3 years. And initially, there's a great deal of resistance in doing that. And that's because of the opinion we have of ourselves. I don't think we value ourselves enough or value our skills enough. And so over a period of time we ramped it up, and then it became easier because we felt that yes, we were getting great results. We were getting better satisfaction. Because of that, we and now have a much higher private workload. We've got people that are much more motivated. So when they come along, they're there to actually get better, you know. And our admin staff are so much happier that they don't have to do as much account chasing. We're not dealing with third-party payers. All those frustrations have gone because we're now charging full fees for everyone. Michael's and the RM approach, the clinical guidelines are so clearly outlined for us that we've followed through, and that's given us a great deal of framework and support to improve in what we've done. Personally, I've had a great deal more satisfaction in the way I've gone to work and dealt with my clients. I think there's a better feel to what we're doing because, you know, people are communicating better. We're getting an idea about what they want to achieve, and we're working towards that rather than my expectations of what people should be achieving or what I think they can afford to do. People are making decisions for themselves based on our discussions and our assessments. We're also doing things that are based on objective tests. We're not deciding what's happening based on subjective things or what we've done in the past. So it's testing and retesting, and that's determining where we go next. Effective mentoring has been a wonderful plank that we've used as well. Michael's blogs, his webpage and so on, and also what we've found with just the network of other RNCPs has been a very, very supportive and useful way that we've gone forward in developing our skills. But most of all, I think we've continued to use our basic clinical skills we've always used. We've developed better sensitivity in using them. We're using them more effectively, and we're using them objectively. So in summary, I've had a dramatic change with my view of myself as a practitioner. I feel I'm more accountable. I communicate far better to my clients. I get better feedback from them. We know what they want. We work towards that. We monitor our progress as we go. We're charging higher fees and full fees for all our clients. DNAs, everyone pays the same. The commitment is there though. I mean, this is not a straightforward, easy approach. This takes time, this takes effort and application. We've had to increase our fee, our times to half an hour. When Graham and I started this, we'd meet for our in-service and say, how was your morning? I'm exhausted. Because we were just working so much harder. We don't use electrotherapy hardly at all anymore. It's all hands-on work. And it's using your intellect, your brain, your skills all the time. So it's tremendously stimulating. And that's been a great source of satisfaction as well. It has been terrific for our business development and also our clinical results. So we've got, as Graham mentioned, some terrific results on our blog, and it's really revolutionised the way I've seen myself as a physio and how our practice is operated. So we're excited by what we've done. We're very, very motivated to continue, and we plan to stick and improve at this. We're only part of the race through our journey. So in summary, if you could look at this and see, well, look, there is so much upside. It comes at a cost. It does take effort, does take time. It changes the way we've done things in the past, but the rewards are there and they're well worth taking. Thank you.